Hey guys, and welcome back. Welcome to Prescriptionnurse, where you get your daily dose to living well. I'm Shandra Eldridge and I'm back with another video. And what's your daily dose? Well, in today's video, we are going to be reclaiming our femininity. We are going to connect with our feminine energy and learn how to stay connected and why it's important to stay connected to your feminine energy and indulge in it, embrace it, and just live in it, because it's so important to building relationships and building solid relationships. Feminine energy is so important because that's who we are as women. It's all about rebirth, renewal, growth, vulnerability, being soft, being relatable. It's all about those things. So we're going to talk about that in this video. So if you're interested, keep watching. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. On this channel, we stay lit. We learn, we invest, and we teach. We learn the tools and the resources we need to live our lives and live it well and live a healthy, balanced life. In today's culture, it's encouraged to go 0 to 100 real quick. And that's really the fastest way to be depressed, to be burned out. The goal is to be balanced, and that's what we're all about on this channel. We talk about the whole woman, mind, body, and spirit. It's important to nourish your mind, your body, and your spirit to be complete. If that's your vibe, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and my website at www.prescriptionnurse. Now that we got the intro out the way, let's get into feminine energy. Being a leader in my environment, I coach, mentor a lot of women. So that's what it's all about on this channel too. Because remember, we stay lit. We're learning right now, and we're going to invest, and then we're going to teach others how to do the same. This is not to put anyone down or to make anyone feel bad, or we're not talking about anyone. What we are talking about is why it's important to keep that feminine energy. I just feel like we have gotten out of control, ladies. We have gotten out of control. And a lot of us are single because of our attitude. A lot of us really do have a nasty attitude, and we don't realize it. And that's okay, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to coach you through that and to share tips and tools if you're interested. Oh, that fire is cutting up, man. I was about to take off. That's what happens when you have a fireside chat. If you are someone who's open to developing and coaching, go ahead and keep watching. If you don't feel like this is going to be a video for you, then go ahead and click off, because I'm telling you, the only way you're going to get better is you have to look at yourself. And beautiful women, the most beautiful women in the world are women who are humble, and they know that they're not perfect. They know that they make mistakes. And their main goal is to uplift others. That is what makes you beautiful. And so if you want to be that girl, you want to be that it girl, you want to be that woman that ages gracefully, you got to practice healthy habits. And a healthy habit is being kind and compassionate and open and being feminine. Femininity is all about regrowth, resurrection, birth. It's about being vulnerable, being sweet, being soft, but being strong. Women are some of the strongest people you will ever meet. We are strong. If we can create, because being feminine is about creating, it's about creative energy. We can create a baby, but we can't do it by ourselves, because you got to have that sperm. So this whole attitude, I don't need no man, I can't do, whatever we be talking about, is hogwash. Yes, we create, but we also need the sperm to create. I can't just make no baby by myself. Like, I can't. I don't care how you spin it, you can't. You need sperm, and sperm only comes from a male. Period, point blank. You can get some sperm and save it, and then insert it when you get ready, but you can't make the sperm up. You have to get it from a male species. Period, point blank. All this talk about you don't need no man, stop it. We need men. They're very valuable. If that wasn't so, they wouldn't be here. It's important to appreciate men, and we appreciate men by showing our feminine side and tapping into our feminine energy. As a woman, you don't want to become a repellent. You don't want to repel men. you want to attract them. If you are looking for a healthy relationship, your attitude should be one that is attractive. In order for you to be attractive, you have to have an attractive attitude, and you want to attract that balanced male energy. Polar energies are what's going to attract each other. If you have too much male energy, you're going to be a repellent to men. You got to tap into your feminine energy. You have to be more feminine. You have to be more vulnerable. You have to open up. Well, how do you do that? First, you have to love yourself. You have to be okay with who you are. You have to know who you are authentically. You have to know who you are at your core. Who are you? As a woman, you have to know yourself. You have to know what you want. You have to be about it. And you have to stay consistent. You have to appreciate yourself. You have to speak life and love and happiness into yourself. All the negative self-talk has to stop. Because the more negative you are, the more negative you are. The more you're going to miss out on opportunities. So speak positivity into yourself. Love yourself. Appreciate yourself. You have to practice self-love. And let me give you some examples of practicing self-love. Practicing self-love can start with self-care. Women, you have to reclaim your body, reclaim your mind, reclaim your spirit. Reclaim your time and redeem your time. Reclaim your body. Exercise. Drink plenty of water. Get your well woman. Get your checkups. Reclaim your body. Take care of your body. Growing up as young women, a lot of us are taught to suppress our beauty, to suppress our femininity, to suppress our charisma, our sexiness. Somehow that's bad. So we're taught to suppress that, but it's not bad. It's something that we need to embrace, and we need to build upon it, and we need to learn how to appreciate it and mature with it. We are taught to suppress it because when we're younger, we're immature and we don't know how to handle certain situations because of the level of maturity. But we never graduate as we mature with the conversations of how to be feminine and flirty and have charisma, be charismatic and soft and all that without drawing the negative attention. We don't have those conversations. It's basically, you're just taught, oh, don't do that, don't wear that, don't, you can't show your belly, don't sit like that, don't speak like that, oh, don't bat your eyes, all that craziness, all the things that make you, the perception of you being sexy and soft and sweet and basically attractive. You're taught to suppress those things. All throughout life, it's not revisited as you mature. So you just think, this is the way I'm supposed to be. You learn that suppressive behavior. And then when it's actually time to put those things into play, you suppress them. And then you come off as being a repellent. So we have to get back to the basics of practicing self-love and appreciate our feminine qualities. Appreciate being vulnerable. When you are practicing self-love and self-awareness, it brings in vulnerability. So that's my second point. You have to be vulnerable. And you have to be willing to be vulnerable. You have to be willing to put yourself out there. You have to be willing to become self-aware. And you have to be willing to admit that you're not perfect and you make mistakes. And yes, you are wrong. You are. I know a lot of women think, you can't tell me, I know. No, you don't know everything and you are wrong. And you have to take the time to listen. A lot of us, because I see it every day, a lot of us automatically go to the negative. It's somebody's trying to sabotage us. Somebody's coming for us. We automatically go there before we even let the situation play out. And I've seen it happen to where 90% of the time, the person is wrong about what they think is going to happen. The person just automatically went to, they didn't do what they were supposed to do. And I see that happen a lot in women, and we do that in our relationships. The way you are in life, that's the way you are at work, in your work relationships, and that's how you are in your personal relationships. So if you're the type of person who always go for the negative and always think somebody is not doing what they're supposed to do, or always think that somebody is out to get you, you're like that in your relationships, your personal relationship. And if you're like that with the man, or with someone you're trying to build trust with, or you're trying to build a relationship with, you're going to turn them off like that and you're going to run them away. Embrace that sensual part. To have a healthy sexual relationship, you have to be healthy mentally, and you have to practice self-love. You have to love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, you're going to have very bad sexual habits, and it could be detrimental to your health and to your emotional well-being. Put on some sexy clothes. When you embrace your sensuality, of course you want to keep things appropriate. I'm not saying go out and be promiscuous, and what I'm saying is embrace your sensuality. If you have a nice body and you put on a nice dress and it looks good on you, be okay about that. If you have flattering curves and when you put your clothes on, everything falls just right, embrace that. If you have beautiful full lips, embrace that. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to put everything on display all the time, because that's not sexy and that is a turn off. Don't feel bad about being sexy. That's the point here. We should never suppress that and feel bad about being sexy. And when you're in that dating phase, it's okay to be sexy, but do it with grace, style, and class. And the next thing you want to do is you want to embrace emotion. But you want to do that in a mature way. A lot of women, we have not learned how to harness our emotions. We will just go emotionally crazy and blame it on emotions. And ladies, it's time to stop that. It's time to take responsibility and practice emotional intelligence. Elevate yourself, elevate your brain. Don't use it as an excuse. Oh, I'm just emotional, because being emotional, number one, can get your butt kicked. And number two, get you left. You will be alone by yourself. Men have literally walked out on women for being too emotional, and not because they're emotional, because they're emotionally immature. That will get you left quick. And if you're too emotional, you can't control your emotion, it may get you dead, because people's not playing with people no more. You got to learn how to control. Yeah, and I said it like that. You have to learn how to control your emotions. You have to learn how to be emotionally intelligent and slow your roll, because it's time for it. It's time out for all the nonsense and people making excuses to behave badly. Now that's got to stop. And ladies, we number one on the list, because I see it happen all the time. Women just popping off at the mouth, going crazy, just acting crazy, and not practicing, not even making the slightest effort to be emotionally intelligent. Just, oh, I went out, and then they think it's cute. Oh, I went out for him, girl. I said this, I told that. It's just looking silly, and y'all got to stop that, ladies, because you really do look silly. And that is why some men say the things that they say, in particular about black women. But I'm all in the business about learning and growing. And that's why I'm sharing this information with you, because perception is reality. And if the majority of people have a certain perception about something, it might be true. Because as a woman, being feminine is embracing your emotions and learning how to harness them and using them for good and not evil. When you harness your emotions, you know that it's okay to cry. You know that it's okay to get mad, but you're going to do it in a respectful way. And you're going to do it in a productive way. And you're going to do it in a way that's not going to damage. You're going to do it in a way that's not going to damage relationships that you're trying to build. When you embrace your emotions, you do it with using good manners and showing compassion. When you embrace your emotions, you understand that it doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you incapable. It doesn't mean that you're less. It just means that you're human. And lastly, this is my favorite one of all, and it is support other women. I cannot say this enough. Support other women. Support other women. Support other women. We have a tendency to not do that. It's so important to support and embrace other women. We as women, we do go through a lot. We go through a lot. We take on a lot of burdens, and we are stressed out. And the last thing you need is another woman putting you down and talking trash about you when she just 2 seconds ago got out of the same situation, or just 2 seconds ago messed up, made a mistake, or said something crazy. Like, get over yourself. Support each other. Check on each other. I tell my team all the time at work, check on each other. Man, it's hard out there in them streets. Like I said, it's hard out there in them streets. Check on each other. We need that support. We need to be able to lean on each other and share ideas to help build us up. We need a strong community of women who support each other, who embrace each other, who help each other through trials and tribulations, and talk through difficulties and challenges without judgment. And that is so key. Stop judging people, because I'm gonna tell you something, the Bible does not lie. It says something like this: when you judge someone, that same judgment is gonna be put on you. People make mistakes. People are human. Moms out there, you have kids. You do different things for your kids, but you may have one kid that talk about what you do for the other kid, but they don't think the things that you do for them equates to the things that you're doing for that other kid. But the point is, we all need help. You doing the same thing, just in a different capacity. So we shouldn't be talking about people. We should be lifting people up and not judging people. So as women, we need to be able to have a space that's safe to be vulnerable and talk about things and not be judged constantly about everything that we do. So support other women. I really believe in that, and I'm all about uplifting and supporting women in my circle. And I believe in women. I think that we're strong, we're beautiful. The earth is female. Everything is born out of that female energy. But we need that male energy. It's important, because that is what's gonna make the world go around. In order for us to build solid relationships and attract that male energy that is needed, we gotta exude our feminine energy. Guys, I hope this was helpful to you. I hope this was useful to you. If you're looking to get into a relationship, do some self-awareness, a self-check before you get into a relationship. If you're dating, take a pause. The genius is in the pause. When you stop and you do some self-evaluating and you really look at yourself and you are open to changing, you will revolutionize the way you live and the good things that you attract into your life. But if you are on the defensive and you want to be critical of others and think that you got it all, you go right ahead, but watch how you struggle. I wish you nothing but happiness and blessings. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel. If this is your vibe, go ahead and subscribe, because on this channel we stay lit. We learn, we invest, and we teach. And today we learn how to tap into our feminine energy and why it's so important to embrace and exude feminine energy. I'm so glad you joined me. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for watching. And guys, I'll be back with another video. So stay tuned to Prescription Nurse. Now that's your daily dose.